Hi, this is Rose, and I'm here with Jordan to talk to you about best practices encouraging confidence and relationship building by Bianca Clark. And so Jordan here read the book for me as well. She is, how old are you?
I'm a junior at, am I allowed to say?
You can say yeah.
Clarion Area High School, and I'm 16.
Okay. And so this book is working to help empower and encourage confidence in kids of Jordan's age. So we are going to do a little review of it. But first, Jordan, what were your thoughts?
I like the book. I think that it has really good purpose to it, but I also think that it needs to bring in some other points that you're gonna hit some points where you're not gonna be always confident, and you need to figure out ways to cope with those things. And it doesn't really explain those things. It just keeps it, on a high mark all the time, but you're really not there all the time.
Okay. Yeah, it was always like very positive, and it never really showed any kind of negativity.
I say reality, like it doesn't
Yeah.
have much reality to it. And if you're trying to teach kids to get to that point, you have to make them know that there's going to be some reality to it.
Yes, yes. What did you think about the characters?
I think the characters were interesting. I liked how it did bring in characters. Like, it brought a storyline to it, so it makes you want to read more of it to finish the book. But I think if you're going to do, that kind of thing, maybe the characters are a little bit too much.
Yes, that's what I thought. That I was very interested in this book. And I don't know, the characters just, it was not what I expected.
Yeah, I agree.
So, like, first off, with the characters, that made me think it was a story.
Yep. It didn't really, like I said, there's no reality to it.
Yeah.
So,
And so, like, it really disassociated me. The idea was pretty good.
yeah, I agree. I think it has some very good points and some really nice ways. Like it talks about going out into the workforce, which I think that's something that needs to be talked about more often because like young people are getting into the workforce and sometimes they don't have that guidance. So I think that's really important. But there were some parts where it just, no reality.
Yeah, definitely. What did you think about at the end? I'll show you. There were questions and practice activities. What do you think about that?
I liked some of them. Some of them talked about like journaling. I saw one in there about journaling and writing down conversations. But I think, if it was just that easy, life would be a lot different,
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the best, what would you give it?
I'd say a 2.
A 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked how it was a really good story, but I think there needs to be more to it if you're going to try and bring about like encouraging and stuff like that. You need to have reality.
Okay. You keep saying that it needs more. Besides reality, what else do you think would benefit encouraging confidence and relationship building for your age?
I think that if you want to like bring a relationship building, you need to talk about having relationships with other people just other than like close friends and family. Like building relationships with like other adults, like teachers, like bosses and stuff like that because it was just talking about your close friends, but sometimes you need to get out there to get a job, go to college because you're gonna go to college. And I mean, I know that was like a high school thing, but some like people were older too in that book.
Yeah, it sounded like I believe it was Sierra was actually in the middle of Cosmopolitan School, and it seemed like she was very, dare I say, basic.
Yeah.
Like she was a very flat character in itself. Like it didn't show any kind of growth in her.
And it didn't show. It didn't have any. It was like talking about her finishing it, but like, how did she get there? How did she? It doesn't always just pop out where you get to get a job right after college. Some things you have to go and figure out ways, to get to that spot. So.
And I would like to mention that it never showed how there's many cases where people, their sole focus is to break down your confidence. Like, it never shows that kind of reality of there's going to be people out there that just want to destroy you.
Right. And it's also talking about parents too, because some, like those parents in that book seem to be pretty like onto it, but there's some parents that just don't have that, and some parents that aren't there too. And you know, if you're gonna have a wide variety of people read it, you should have at least a little diversity to it.
Yes, definitely. I definitely think it's a good start, but I do think that it definitely needs some improvement.
I agree, and it's a short book. I think that there could have been a little more after. you know,
Yes.
to finish it, to conclude it.
Yes, it's almost like she wanted to write for our viewers. It's 57 pages, and that's the glossary. It seemed like she wanted to write a self-help book, but she also wanted to write a story in it. And I mean, I think in some cases that works. Like if you do allegories.
Yeah.
Allegories in cases, but this was, it was more preaching than anything.
Yeah, I agree.
So, okay. Well,
I didn't ask you what your rating on it. What's your rating out of 5?
I would say mine would be, it would be a 3. I'm just,
Yep,
with it.
I agree.
So, if you check my website at rosereviews.art.blog, you can see both of our reviews put together, and take it from there. Okay, bye!